WPT Prime, first break after 3 levels. I chipped up about 25%, started with 40K at a roll over 50. Slow and steady. Yeah.
Lower on 555.
How long has it been? I don't know. How long has it been? 4 minutes? Yeah, he did.
It was like 8 something.
Yeah, it's been.
Who's the action? Right here. That's why I've switched time to action. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have 30 seconds to act, so you're gonna have 30 seconds to cancel these guys. It's not moving now.
Oh, that's what I put him on. That was the winner. Wow. Oh. Second break after level 6. I chipped up another 30-40% on my stack. I have 75K. Starting stack was 40, so I was at 50 first break, now I'm 75, 70, 75, somewhere in that range. I mean, relatively tough table, but I'm playing well, and my good cards are holding up. I called King High board with pocket queens, after it had been raised. He had, he bluffed at me twice, and I just called him down. And then I won the biggest pot I won was pocket 9s on the button. There was a bet and 3-bet coming to me, and I just called, and he went 4 ways. Pretty good, 7x raise on pre-flop. Flop was a 5-5-5. Original aggressor. Later he said he had jacks, but he bet about 35%, 40% of the pot. I called him. Everybody else folded. Turn was 8. When he checked, I just checked back, and then river came at 9. So I know I had it, unless he had a 5. He checked again, and then he folded when I bet. I put them all in pretty much. And he folded jacks, he said. So, all right, let's go. Good luck. Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Come on, I need to draw now.
Yep.
There we go.
Nice. Oh, you both hit it.
10.
Nice work, man. You didn't luck.
Oh, in the window.
10. Well, such a nice hand. Oh, unfortunate.
Come on.
So made it to dinner break. It was not good. A little unlucky. He's just also not playing as sharp. I felt it going in. I knew I was tired, and it's just the thought of playing 8 more hours. But I recovered near the end. So I think I was at 70K after the second break. I'm probably near there or just a little bit less, but I was down to close to a starting stack around 40K. But I got a couple of hands later. I can't win. Nobody gets in a big pot with me. By big pot, I mean 20K or more. So we'll see. An hour wait now for dinner break. My turn. Tape myself for the first time. Got anything there? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, won a big hand. Yes. Wow. Easy call, nice hand. That hand is.
All right, side pull next round. Side pull. Straight on the
Straight. You got a bigger straight? No? Nice hand.
Like every draw.
Go ahead and turn up, please, and go.
2 overs with that hand. Nice.
Put it down. I want to see it too.
Yep, told ya. Oh, yeah, thank you. On the way to day 2, waiting for Uber. 20 minutes till noon. Let's rock and roll.
Unbelievable.
So I had a nice workcation mid-December. Went to Vegas. Mostly worked, but I, wanted to take a crack at the WPT Prime. I'd never played it before, never been to the win. So I went down and it did pretty well. On day one, I built up a pretty good stack right around dinner break. Starting stacks are, I think, 40K, 40-minute blinds, pretty good structure. I was up close to like about 350K or so, which is pretty good. It's like double the chip average in the tournament. So for the most part, I feel like I played okay, but I made a couple of mistakes, and I think at that level, it's not necessarily mistakes. It's partly getting unlucky and partly not just playing super optimal. So this is pretty late in the tournament and day one. There was another guy. You could tell he's a pretty good player, but he's probably better than me because he makes like a lot of moves, but not always. It's hard to tell where he is. And he's probably like more experienced than I was. I feel like I kind of got outplayed in this hand, but maybe not. I mean, who knows? So I was in early position. I think I was under the gun +1. He was a couple of seats in front of me, and he is the only guy on the table that had close to the stack I had. And he had just come to the table maybe 40 minutes earlier. So I had Queen of Hearts and Queen of Diamonds. I believe the blinds were 2,000, 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. So I make it 4,500. It gets to him, and he makes it 21,000, which is a 5x raise. I have my Queen of Hearts, Queen of Diamonds. I should have 4-bet.
I don't love Queen Hearts, Queen of Diamonds. Ace King is like it's a flip. And he has position. So I call. I put him on bigger cards. I should have just four bet to see where I stood because it ends up costing me a lot more than that. So I just called it 21,000. It's just me and him heads up, and the flop comes out. Nine of diamonds, eight of diamonds, and four clubs. I like this flop for me. No ace or king hit, so I'm comfortable. I'm hoping. I check. I shouldn't defer to the original razor, but I did here, and he checked back, so which told me I was in good shape. Unfortunately, the turn comes out the King of Hearts. Now I feel like I'm in trouble, but he checked the flops. The Ace King, I felt like he would have C bet and would have given me an opportunity, to go over the top, or at a minimum, get a good read based on the amount of the bet to see where I stood. So this time I check again, and he bet, about half the pot, maybe a little bit more. So I'm not sure where I stand here. Totally hate the king coming out. So I call, and the river comes out the two of spades. Nothing changed. If he hit the king, I'm beat. If he didn't, then I should be in good shape. I checked with the plan to call. I think he bet about 30K, which again is, a little bit more than half the pot, about half the pot. So I call. He turns over king five of spades. He just made a move and hit the king and felt comfortable, with the king. And he took a pretty good pot from me. And he told me he got lucky, but maybe it's luck. Maybe it's, good fortune happens to those that are aggressive. But I feel like I played it wrong. So this workcation was pretty much fun. The WPT Prime, I ended up, building my stack back up after that hit. Got it back up to about the same, like 300, 350. But then the last five levels, day one, I was not getting anything. I won a couple of blinds by being aggressive, hands like ace 10. But other than that, it was just pretty much unplayable hands the rest of the night. Day two, I went in a couple of days later because there are 4 day ones. I was out a little bit after. Again, no cards to play. Eventually, I pushed all in with about 10 big blinds. Ace seven of hearts, and the big blind debated folding and decided to call me with ace eight off, and eight played at the end. So I missed out by one from staying alive a little bit longer. So I played a few tournaments, not a lot. Took a trip out to Grand Canyon. I'd never been to the West Rim. I'd been to the South Rim before, but I had gone in the summer, and it was hard to get close to it. One, between the traffics and a lot of crowds, and forest fires. There's always some kind of forest fire. We couldn't get close enough, so I had seen it before. I'd been there, but it wasn't the same. So this time, the West Rim, it's not part of the national park system. It's on Indian land. It's on private land, so you paid a lot more, but you got really good up close and personal views. Between that and work, and spending some time with the wife, going out to dinners and such. So it was kind of like a mixed bag. But I did play, at Aria. I played at Venetian. I played a cash game at the Bellagio for just a few hours, and Aria a few times. The Aria, I played another tournament where I felt like I did not play aggressive enough. I was in early position, gets me ace king off. This was like in the first couple of blinds levels. Blinds were like really low, like maybe 200, 300, 300. So I raised with this. I think I made it 800. It was 2-3. I made it 800. And middle position guy. He looked like he's super aggressive, but he'd been hot since the start. Like he's like constantly getting massive top 2% hands, aces, kings, ace, king, queens, flopping sets when he plays like pocket eights. So he raises me to 3,100, which is like another 4x level blind. So here I debated just, guess you shouldn't go all in that early in a tournament, but ace, king, what else are you waiting for? The structure wasn't as great as 30-minute blinds. You only started with 30K. It's a bounty tournament, mystery bounty tournament, so everybody's trying to build a stack. He could have had anything, or he could have had monsters. So I decided to just call back, see the flop, and the flop came out three spades, three of clubs, four of spades. I can't really lead out on this, even though I have the ace of spades as a backdoor. My ace king could be good. He bet 5,000, a little bit more than half the pot. I call. The turn was the two of hearts. No spades hit, and he just goes all in after I checked. I tanked for a little bit. The five maybe gave me an out. But nothing else. A king and an ace. I don't know where I had no idea where I stood. He could have had any pair. He could have had ace queen. He could have had ace king. He could have had anything really. And I just folded and went away after putting about 20% of my stack, which I feel like was a mistake. So for the most part, I played really, really well. I remember one hand that I lost when I had Queen of Hearts, Ten of Hearts. This might have been at the Venetian tournament. Queen of Hearts, Ten of Hearts. Right after buying period was over, so we're gone a pretty good amount into the tournament. Queen of Hearts, Ten of Hearts. I raised. Player after me called, and the button called. Button was a tight player, so I put him on, decent hands. Flop came out Jack of Hearts, Nine of Hearts, Seven of Hearts. Not only did I flop the flush, I had the straight flush draw on both ends. And so I bet, good amount. They both call. So I'm like, okay, so one of them's got the Ace of Hearts. I don't know what the other one has. Maybe, a draw. Turn comes out Ten of Diamonds. So now the flop, the board is Seven of Hearts, Nine of Hearts, Ten of Diamonds, Jack of Hearts. Again, I lead out literally with an intention of going all in on the river. So I put in, decent amount so that build up the stack. So I put in maybe a third of my stack. They both call again. River comes out. I'm already putting my chips in. Didn't care, what came. The river came Jack of Diamonds, and my chips are already in. Guy next to me calls, and the button folded. So I turned over my flush, and he turns over. He had played Ten of Spades, Jack of Spades, hit top pair, second pair on the turn, and river to boat. And that was it for me.